boo bush. Hi, boo bush. Hello, my friends. Welcome back, or welcome to my corner of the internet. As you guys can see today, we're gonna do get ready with me trying some new stuff and some old stuff. Well, I want to show you guys some of the stuff that I purchased on my face. I've already used it, but I wanted to share it with you guys. And while we are here, you guys, I wanted to share with you guys, I'm partnering again with Ana Luisa. As you guys know, I am a fan of their jewelry. I use them all the time. You guys have seen me use them on camera. Some of my most repeated pieces are these hoop earrings. You guys see them all the time on my on camera whenever I do get ready with me's or I'm just filming a video. Those are on repeat. So I ended up, they sent me over these new ones. I'll show you up close of each of these. And the necklace, the earrings are called Eden and the necklace is Juniper. One, I love the fact that these pieces do not go bad. As much as I've tested these, you guys, and I have them hanging on my vanity. I've showed you guys in different videos. I have them hanging on my vanity. They do not tarnish. They stand the test of time. They get beat up a lot by me, and they have really stood up to their quality. I love how they look. They don't pull at my hair. They have adjustments on them, so then you can make them shorter, longer when it comes to necklaces. The ring that I have, it's downstairs because I use it all the time. Every time I leave the house, I'm putting it on. I really love their stuff. And right now they're having a sale for Mother's Day. Mother's Day is coming up. So if you want to gift it to somebody special in your life or for yourself, this is the perfect time to try out something small. They have different, I really want their necklace that has like the initial on them. They have like all the letters, so you can pick it initials. Their jewelry comes in silver and in gold. They are a sustainable jewelry company. They have a guarantee that if you do not like it, you can 100% return it. So they have so many wonderful things on the website. I really do love this company, and I am forever a fan of their stuff. It just sits so beautifully. So comfortably. It looks like high-end jewelry without the high-end cost, and that's what I love about them. So I want to thank them for sending these pieces out again. I'll have everything down linked below for you guys, my link, so you guys can go ahead and check them out. I appreciate it. Even if you are not in the market for new jewelry, click on it. Look around, browse around. Maybe there's somebody in your life that you know that may want something like this, and maybe give a hint to a man in their lives, and that way they can, you know, nudge, wink, hey, I like these jewelry. So I'm gonna keep these on. Obviously, I've worn these to work. I've gotten compliments on them. I really do like them, and these earrings right here are like repeat. You guys have seen them a million times. So thank you, Ana Luisa, for sending these pieces over. I really do appreciate it. All right, guys, so now we're going to get into the makeup of this. So let me just adjust my mirror. So today I figured we would play around with more shadow sticks. You guys know I am such a fan of shadow sticks, and today I have to run a bunch of errands, and it's supposed to be 80+ degrees in the humidity. So I want to put a few things to the test. So 3 shadow sticks we're going to be using for an eye look today is the CoverGirl Clean one. As you guys know, I told you these are very creamy, but they don't set as easily as the L'Oreal one. So I wanted to really put these to the test in the heat, because these are the other drugstore ones that I wanted to try out, and I like the color. So we're going to put this as a base. But the new ones that I have yet to show on camera that I have used on my own are the Half Magic ones and the MAC. So we're going to put these I know are hardcore. I actually have used this one, Princess Cut. I've used this one, as you guys can see, multiple times already. So I have my thoughts on that one. And then this is the one that I've been using from MAC, which is phenomenal. So first, I already did my skincare. I'm going to go ahead and use my Hard Candy Glow because it is allergy season. I don't have allergies as bad anymore, but I still kind of do because I'm not fully 100% vetted into my shots that I get. So my under eyes are always my problem. So whenever I get allergies now, it's always in my eyes, and it dries my under eyes so bad that no matter what I've been doing, every time I put on my, every time I put on my my concealers, it just looks like a desert under my eyes no matter what I do. So I tried something new today. We're gonna see if it works, because I need my under eyes to stop looking like the Sahara Desert. And the worst part is I feel it, like the tightness, I feel it at work. And then when I look in the mirror, I look like a creep. I look like the Crypt Keeper, so I'm trying very hard to not look like that. So we're gonna let that set. We're going to go ahead and put my brow gel on my eyes. Oh, I hear one of the babies. So the cats, they're getting big, and they are, one's coming in soon. I hear the door. Hold on. Let me go creep the door open because I have a feeling one of them's wanting to come in. Cue the kitties. I knew that. I heard their bells. So as you guys can see, they have harnesses. I don't know if you guys can see. So they have harnesses because when they go outside, I'm a very anal mom. I need to make sure that my boys are taken care of. I was the same way with Leo. You guys know very well, like we spared no expense with him and his medical conditions. And with the boys, same goes. We're very dedicated to our pets. So they wear those harnesses because they have reflectors on them and they have their name tags on the actual harnesses, the hook, and I put a bell on them because I wanted to hear them come home or hear where they were outside. They're really, really good, and they do not really venture off. Like our backyard is woods, so it's a bunch of woods. So they like to just sit in our backyard. They really don't venture too much in the front yard or in the neighborhood. They mainly stay in our backyard. They love my neighbor's yard, which we already warned her that Mr. Rafi, Mr. Fluffy right there, he loves our neighbor's yard. So our neighbors are retired and they have, when I tell you they have an oasis in their backyard, they genuinely do. They have like a koi pond that's 5 feet deep. They have all these beautiful Japanese maple trees. They have, I mean, like she tells us it costs her an arm and a leg to maintain it from her landscaping company, but it is beautiful. So Mr. Rafi loves, right there, he loves to go to her house, loves to just go under her fence and chill there. So we told her, you know, he just likes to be under there. He's really good. He's not destructive. Our cats are pretty good and they understand that we are the ones that feed them and take care of them. So they don't go through people's trash. They're not a menace to society, I guess I should say. So he just chills there. He just likes it there. I don't know what it is that he likes, but he enjoys it there. So as soon as I call him though, he comes home. He's such a, like the cats are so good. They do like us. At least they like me, because when I call them, I literally call their name out one time and you hear the bell coming. So, and I do let them out for a while. Like they now, Rafi, the one that I just showed you, he loves to use the bathroom outside. It's only in a pinch, like if we're out all day, he'll use the litter box because we still have it. Because Emilio's more like a homebody. He tends to stay home and be closer to home. He doesn't venture or be outside as much. Oh, I don't like how that came out. I have to fix that. So anyway, that's my story with the kitties. So that's why they're here. So my main story I wanted to talk to you guys about today is what is going on. So I saw that Ulta, I didn't know this was a thing now. Ulta is now doing like a IMATS 2.0. So they did this Ulta Beauty World where if you were in Texas or you flew into Texas, you got to do basically an IMATS situation where you got like a goodie bag of $1,000 of free stuff. And I didn't even know this was a thing. Like I didn't see it being advertised. Am I wrong? Is this, maybe one of you guys know more than me. I did not see this advertised. I didn't know about it. I had no clue until I saw a few videos pop up and like shorts of $1,000 grab bag. And I'm like, what the heck? Where did you go to get that? So then I looked into it and I realized that they have like this thing just like IMATS. Now, if I remember, IMATS was in New York and a few different places, LA, maybe Texas, I can't remember. You would go there and you would have vendors and you could buy stuff at a pro discount instead of like retail price. So you would get a discount on the stuff and they would have like really cool brands there. But you had to buy a ticket, but then it got like to the point where it got obnoxious with influencers. Hi, puppies. Hi, boo-bush. Hi, boo-bush. Want to come up here? Want to say hi? Say hi. You want to say hi? Hi, boo-bush. Hi, boo-bush. He loves to be around. I think he loves me more than he does Mr. Man, but Emilio's just a love bug. This one. Hi, boo-bush. Hi, babies. You want to say hi? Look at you. Oh, that pretty boy in the mirror. It's a pretty boy. Hi, babies. Oh, the babies. You want to go down? Go ahead. You can go down. I'm gonna try to do my face while I have somebody up here. Oh my goodness gracious, dude. What are you doing? He's never on my desk, and now all of a sudden he wants to climb up here. Of course. So anyway, I saw that they're doing it, and oh, you hear your brother? Excuse me, sir. Mr. Fluffy. Oh, there's your brother over there. Go play with him. Go play with him. Okay. By the way, I'm using the CoverGirl Golden Toffee color. Woo! Caught that. My gosh, like lately I've just been dropping everything. Anyway, so I've been seeing that it's very similar to IMATS, where IMATS used to give out free stuff. But the only thing that happened with IMATS is influencers decided to take advantage of, let's meet and greet, let's hang out. And then, you know, you start to get a bunch of crowded people in one spot, and it becomes disruptive, obnoxious, and unorganized. So they stopped doing it. They stopped allowing influencers to go, because then people would want to show up. If you want to have your own meet and greet, have your own meet and greet, but don't put it in a place, in another person's event. That's kind of rude. Like, I see it that way. If you go into a wedding, you're not going to go to a wedding to propose or to hand out your invitations for your own wedding. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I see it. I never got a chance to go to IMATS. At the time, I had a small child. I already had a mortgage. Most people that were going to these IMATS situations were young and had no ties. Like, I had a family already. So to me, if I was going to take a vacation anywhere or a trip like that or spend that kind of money, it was going to be somewhere nice. So I never went to one, even though it just so happened that the first year that it happened, I was in the city. I was actually in New York City, hanging out with a friend, but I didn't know that IMATS was happening, so I didn't go. So this is the Half Magic one in the color Beige Mystique. This is one of their new ones with it's more of like a sparkly kind. These are nice, but you have to be careful. You can't layer these too much, because then it becomes, you see how smooth that looks on with the CoverGirl one? These have sparkle, but they're more like a little bit chunkier. So what happens is if you keep layering it, it ends up looking textured. So you have to be very careful with these and just like gently put it on. So what I'm going to do is put this one in like the inner corner area. See how it's sparkly? It's like a sparkly kind. So these aren't the type that you can, oh, now I got cat hair everywhere. These aren't the kind that you would just slap on. You would have to be like very precise with these, because it will get chunky and textured. So one thing I learned from these Half Magic, not all Half Magic ones are like these. These are the newer versions where they have like sparkle to them. And I know that Princess Teddy and this one, you got to be extra gentle. Like, that looks really pretty on. See how smooth that is? It can get chunkier. But I don't want to put this all over my eyes, because I want to show you the MAC one. The MAC one is smoother, superb. Like, this is like your teenager one, and this is like more of like your sophisticated, older adult, mature kind of glitter. I love this one, because this one you could just go ham, and it just looks like wetness all over your eyes. So I'm going to put this one more in the center, and you guys can see the difference. Like, it just looks so much more adultish. I don't know how to, like, smoother. It's definitely smoother. It's not as chunky as the Half Magic. Here, let me see if I could show you big swatches of these, so then you guys can see the difference. I know I'm like all over the place, but I wanted to stop to share that with you guys. See, like, that has more of a base, so it can get chunkier. This one doesn't have so much of a base, as you guys can see. So this one can get chunky if you layer too much. This one you can't, because it's like a transparent look to it. So I just wanted, and see, you could see like how it took that away. So that's what I wanted to tell you guys. I got to wipe these off, because, oh, look at all that glitter. I just wanted to wipe that off. So then, but you will get sparkle. You guys can see that there is like a lot of sparkle on there. So this is where I'm going to leave it for now. Yes, we're good. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I don't need to go any further. I think that's beautiful, because I will smoke out the rest. So we're just going to do that. All right, now let's move on to our face, which is my typical, guys. You guys know that I'm using stuff up, so it shouldn't be anything really new. I'll show you what I'm using for my blush, because that's something different all the time. So anyway, back to the story. I saw that some influencers went, they flew out to Texas to get this, and it was typically basically a Sephora or a IMATS 2.0. We're gonna see this popping around. I can already see it being where influencers are going to go out of their way. Next year in 2026, it's going to be in Orlando, Florida. So that's going to be overwhelming over there. People are going to fly in for the weekend just to do this stuff, drive down, whatever the case may be. And it seems like every year Ulta is going to have it at a different location, not necessarily multiple locations, at least from what I understand. It's just going to be in one location, and they're going to have a lot of vendors out there to sell their product. I don't know how much the cost is of everything, if it's going to be at a discounted rate or not. But it's now something you're going to see. This is like the second generation, the second flow of it. I don't know. Would I go to one? I would like it for the experience, but it's like, I kind of feel like it's going to be too much. Like overwhelming, too much. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in that era of my life where I want to fight with anyone for stuff. It's just, I don't go to Disney World for this reason, because I don't feel like sitting in lines for something that's overly hyped up and overpriced. Because now things are going to get priced out. I did read into it, and it looks like you can only get these tickets through Ulta when they open up their portal to buy these. Once you buy it, you are stuck with your ticket. You can't transfer it to anybody else. And if you try to sell it to somebody else, if it doesn't match with the person that originally bought the tickets, you're going to be denied entrance, basically. They can't guarantee you that they're going to let you in because you weren't the one that purchased it. So like, I can buy a ticket for myself, but I can't buy one for like me and my sister kind of thing. So maybe that'll deter people from buying. And I don't know if they're putting a cap on how many tickets people can buy, I don't know the total amount of people that they're allowed to have in these places. So I don't know. And I don't recall seeing anything about the vendors of what they're going to have. So you may or may not have known ahead of time what vendors would have been there. So then you can prep yourself if you wanted to purchase anything. So when I see, and you're allowed to bring suitcases apparently. So you're allowed to bring like suitcases and bags of stuff. So when you get free stuff or when you purchase things, like you can put it in there and like wheel it out. I saw people with ridiculous amount of luggage. It was unbelievable. It was like an airport. It kind of looked like an airport where people were like rushing to get to places and get things. And I'm just like, what did I look into? It was interesting. So it looks like it's once a year around April. That's the information I got. If you guys know more information than me, let me know. What do you guys think? Did you guys like IMATS when it was there? I actually liked IMATS for the fact of getting discounted rates on the products I was already using. Not necessarily for, the free stuff was fun, but I've always learned that whenever something's free, it's never really free, because then my sanity is not content. I'm anxious. I'm annoyed. So it comes at a price. And do I really want to sacrifice all that for a bunch of free stuff? I don't know. I'd rather just work hard here and then get, acknowledged for my work and then get some stuff here and there. Because also that's a lot of stuff that you're also accumulating, because $1,000, like these bags were not small. So you're getting a bunch of stuff. So that's a lot of stuff that's going to go to waste, or you're just not going to use. That's the other thing. It's a bunch of waste. And we're supposed to be in an anti-consumerism era right now. All of a sudden, use your stuff. Don't buy new stuff. And then it's like, oh, look, free stuff. Get a bunch of free stuff. So which one is it? Are we going back to that era where we are not, we're just consuming everything all over again? I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it, because I do see the pros of it, but I also see the con, because it's unrealistic to have that. I understand that. And I know I have a lot of stuff, but as you guys know, I'm trying to use up my stuff. I am trying to use up my stuff and not overuse things either. So I guess one day they will never do anything in Jersey. The closest they'll probably do is New York. So I would have to drive up there. if I ever wanted to go, which is going to cost me money. This is the realistic thing, is if you don't live in the area, you're going to have to buy a plane ticket, you're going to have to buy a hotel or an Airbnb, then you got to pay for transportation to get to this place. So is this really worth free stuff? Is it really worth the free stuff? Because these are things you got to consider. At least I have to adult. So these are the things that I have to consider. I have to save up for all that. And then not to mention food, because you're going to be there for, I don't know, a few days, or I shouldn't say a few days, like probably 2 days tops. Then how are you going to get this stuff back home? If you fly, how are you going to get all this stuff on a plane? That's how you're going to pay for all that luggage. And if they deny you, then what? You don't live in that state. So who's going to hold on to your stuff to ship it back to you? Like, these are all the things that I think about logistically. Is it worth all that free stuff? Is it worth me driving out there? Then I got to bring somebody with me to help me. So now they got to buy a ticket to get in. So they also have to like hustle online to wait till they go live. Then they got to pay for their transportation and a luggage and all that. Like, these are the things, calculating in my head. Is it worth it? Is it worth my time? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I wish part of it, they wouldn't do stuff like this, because it's just it's a lot. I wish that we all could get an opportunity and not necessarily having to do the rat race again. I feel like it's a whole rat race all over again. So those are my thoughts, you guys. I'm sure you guys have other thoughts or opinions on it. Will the older influence generation want to do this as a nostalgia thing? Because I'm sure that the older, like my age group, probably did the IMATS already. And now we're older, and is it worth it to us? Well, definitely I feel like this would be more geared towards like TikTok influencers than YouTube influencers. That's just my opinion on it. I don't know. Oof. Oof. Yeah, that felt good. Let me see. All right, my under eyes don't look as dry as before. And I have this really nice glow going on my face. I just sprayed with the setting spray that I'm trying to use up that's supposed to mattify my face. We'll see. Because I'm going to look like a glowy ball today. But thankfully, all the stuff I got to do today is pretty local. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so let's do our brows. And I'll be right back. Okay, brows are done. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this one from CoverGirl and just put it on my lower lash line and then buff it out. I'm only going to put it on the end over here and then kind of like buff it out with my finger. Like that. I don't want this to be super smoky since it is a daytime look. I like, okay, it looks put together. I would love to do a colorful eyeliner, but you guys, this, what do you call it? This allergy stuff, it just gets in my eyes and then my eyes start to itch and water. It's just frustrating. So I'm going to do my usual mascara, which is these two right here. They're my usual. So once I'm done those, I'll come back for the lips. You guys, were you yelling at the screen? Because I just realized I didn't put blush on. I forgot to put a blush on, which is a good thing. So anyway, we're going to put blush on. So we're going to use the Ray-Ban ones, the mini blush palette in Feel the Heat. This is something that I got in PR. So we are going to put this one on. I have found out that this one's like a balmier texture. It's easier if you put it on like with your finger, I would say. But with a brush, I just do this and work it into the brush. It does last. Look how beautiful that looks. Oh, yes. It does look like a nice warm day like today. So this works out perfect for today because it's going to be hot. So we are definitely going to put this one to test. This lasts all day. Look how pretty. I love these kind of corally colors on my face. It just like brightens me up. Look at that. Bright. Look how pretty that looks. Yeah, I like it. All right, this balmy texture here, it is a little bit on the warm side. I can't. Let me see. So you guys can see it's like more of a warmer tone. So I have to wait till I get a tan to pull that one off. I have tried it, but because I already put so much glow on my face, I'm going to really be sweaty looking, and I'm trying to like have a balance. Have a nice balance between looking glowy and looking like I just look like a sweat bomb coming off. So yeah, we're gonna leave it there. All right, for lips, we're gonna go with the ColourPop BFF and Hug Me. You guys, if I don't know what else to wear, Hug Me is the one that I go for. Let me sharpen this. Okay, you guys, so this is the look. I love it. I'm gonna see how well this works out. So I have a few things going on. Hopefully I have done annotations throughout the video, sharing with you guys my updates on the products, because we're testing out this CoverGirl shadow stick to see it. I love the fact that it doesn't set right away, which allows for you to have time to play with it. And that's what I love about it. And it worked perfectly fine in the wintertime, but I want to see how well it actually lasts in the summer when it's heat, when it is like sweaty today. So we're going to really put this to the test and see how well this works in this kind of weather, because that's when I need to use these in this kind of weather. I know L'Oreal ones are like hardcore, but these are new to me, so I wanted to see how these work. So we're going to play with that one. And again, the shade that I used today was Golden Toffee, which is some of my favorites. Okay, so for the Half Magic one, these are very emollient. As you guys can see, it has more of a base to it than the MAC ones were, but it has a lot of glitter to it, as you guys can see, like a lot of sparkle. So if you put too much on, it's gonna look textured. These specific new ones that they came out with, the ones with actual sparkle in it, I know they have matte ones, which are different. I don't own any of the matte ones. I only own any of the sparkle ones. And with these, I find that they work better layered over something, not necessarily on their own. I have used them on their own and I didn't like them as much as layered over and a soft layer, not something super in your face. The MAC ones are a whole different story. This one specifically and the other ones that I own, some of them have more of a base. This one does not in Gold Trust. And by the way, this one that I use is Beige Mystique. Gold Trust is the only one so far that I've seen besides maybe Subliminal Spark, but that still has a little bit of a base to it. This one is like a sheer wash. So if you put this on your bare skin, it'll look like that wet sparkle, that amazing wet sparkle. So this is definitely very unique, and it's more of a sophisticated glitter. So it can be all by itself or layered on top is what I'm saying. So these are a little bit better in that sense than these, but these are a lot more like fun kind of thing. So that's my thoughts on that. This I know I love. Look how beautiful it looks. It blends really nicely. Once you get it, it's more of a balmy texture. It's a harder texture. So if you use your finger to apply it, it's a little bit easier because it melts with your warmth of your hands. But you still can use it with the brush, as you guys can see. I just have to work it in my hand for it to disperse really nicely on. And I think that's all the new stuff that I've gotten. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to Ana Luisa for sending over these beautiful pieces. Don't forget to check them out, you guys. Even click the link, share the link with whoever you have in your life that you may be interested in purchasing something for you, or they can also benefit from this sale going on. So I appreciate you guys, and I thank you guys always for clicking on my videos, watching my videos, being able to give me these opportunities. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, any thoughts on the IMATS 2.0, let me know as well. And any other topics you guys want me to talk about, also leave them down in the comment section. All right, you guys have homework. You guys got homework. All right, I'm out because I got to go and get my allergy shot. Peace.